Dun, 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 dun. Captain Dodgeball here, and I am so excited to welcome you to the 2011 Dodgeball the Tournament, benefiting the Boys and Girls Club of Kern County. Well, before we get into the actual rules of the game and showing you a video on what to do and what not to do, let's talk about the overview of the tournament and how it's ran. You guys have entered a tournament that you're going to have so much fun playing in. You guys are guaranteed 2 losses. So yes, that means it's a double elimination tournament. So if you're on the winner's side of the bracket and you keep winning all the way to the finals and you have not lost yet, whoever you play has to beat you 2 times to be called champions. Double elimination tournament. Each round you will play one other team. 1 versus 1. All right? Now, the games, it's 3 total games, or 2 out of 3. Each game is 5 minutes long. Now you might say, man, that's really short. Trust me, when you're playing a game of dodgeball and you have these red rubber spheres flying at you, dodging, ducking, dipping, diving, and dodging is going to take a lot out of you. So remember, each round, best out of 3. 2 out of 3. Now hopefully you're not the team that gets swept straight out of the tournament. Let's keep your fingers crossed. Also during the tournament there'll be a tournament desk. You will hear your name called on the on-deck circle. When you get to the on-deck circle, you'll talk with a tournament official to let you know who you play, when you play next, and that way the tournament goes as smoothly as possible and as quickly as possible. The number one thing to know is try to be safe at all times. Have a good time, and remember, we're here benefiting the Boys and Girls Club of Kern County. So again, have fun, enjoy the rest of the video. If you have any questions, stop by the tournament desk, ask them. Captain Dodgeball, signing off. Hi, Captain Dodgeball here with Dodgeball the Tournament. We're talking today about the rules of the tournament, and I get a lot of questions in the line of business I'm in, like, isn't dodgeball unsafe? Can't you get really injured? Well, yeah, that's the whole point. That's why people like to see it. But there are a couple of things that I want to dispel out there, I guess you could say, okay? First off, there's an illegal hit and there's an illegal hit. So today, I'm going to demonstrate for you what is a legal and illegal dodgeball strike. So first off, a legal dodgeball strike is when an opponent grabs a red rhino skin dodgeball, hurls it at you, and it hits you anywhere from the neck below, like this. Yeah, that was a legal strike. Maybe a little too good of a legal strike, but that is a legal strike. So if you get hit from the neck below, you are out of the game. Now an illegal strike is when an opponent picks up a dodgeball, hurls it at you, and hits you in the face. Like that. Now, you are out if you get hit in the face. Or I'm sorry, you're not out if you get hit in the face. However, if I try to dodge the ball and I duck into a face shot like this, I am out of the game. So those are 2 quick rules about illegal and legal dodgeball strikes. Captain Dodgeball here again. Want to talk a little bit more about the rules to the upcoming 2011 Dodgeball Tournament. Now, we've all seen in the movie the opening scrum of a dodgeball game. There is nothing on this earth that is more exciting than seeing 6 grown adults run to the center of a court to battle over little red dodgeballs. Well, there are a couple mistakes that tend to happen during the opening scrum. First off, let's talk about a legal opening scrum. The opponent or the player must start behind the far back black line here at the dodgeball court. When the referee yells dodgeball, the player can run to the dodgeball, grab it, then they must clear it past the secondary black line before they're able to throw a dodgeball. So we have our buddy here, Marshall Johnson. He's going to demonstrate a legal opening scrum. Marshall, are you ready? I'm ready. Dodgeball! Perfect. There you saw Marshall wait for the referee's call, run to the center line, grab one dodgeball, clear it, and chuck it at the opponent. Oh, Captain Dodgeball here again. Hi, how are you doing? Now that we've shown you a legal way to start the opening scrum, now let's show you the illegal way. A couple things that happen. Marshall, as you can see, is starting in front of the black line. You're not supposed to do that. Then a lot of times players, they get so excited in the moment when the referee says it's dodgeball time, they grab a ball, and as soon as they grab it, they automatically throw it. That is illegal. They must clear the back line right here. So let's go ahead and demonstrate an illegal way to play dodgeball. Marshall, are you ready? Ready. It's dodgeball time! There you see, he might have gotten the person out, but he did it the wrong way. So remember, dodgeballers, when we say it's dodgeball time, run to the center line and make sure you clear the ball before you throw it. Captain Dodgeball signing off. Hi, Captain Dodgeball here again. While we're going over the dodgeball rules, there's a couple ways that you can get out in dodgeball. The first way, we've already demonstrated it, is by being hit legally by a dodgeball. The second way that you can be out in dodgeball is if you throw a ball and the opponent catches it. So I'm going to demonstrate right now a proper and legal catch in dodgeball. I caught it, it did not hit the ground. My opponent is out. Now the great thing about catching a ball is not only do you get an opponent out, but you also get to bring a teammate back into the game. Yeah. Just like that crazy guy. Now, once you catch the ball, you can also use the ball as a shield. It's very important to know, you can use this ball as a shield. However, there's a little trick to it. Because if you use the ball as a shield and you drop the ball once you hit another ball, then you are out. Let me demonstrate. So if I'm trying to block my opponent from hitting me with this ball, he throws it and I drop my ball, I am then out of the game. However, if he throws the ball and I just block it and I hold on, I am still in the game. So those are two ways that you can be out or stay in dodgeball. Captain Dodgeball informing you about the game rules. Hi, Captain Dodgeball here again. Right now what we're going to talk about is if you do get out of the game, I don't know too much about that because I never get out. But if you are one of those people that get hit with a ball or you throw a ball and you get out of the game, you're ruled out. There's a special way that you're supposed to exit the court. Let's give you an example. Marshall here is going to be struck by a dodgeball from me. Then what he's going to do is, you see that far back cone? He's going to have to exit the floor around that back cone and line up in his team's designated out area to hopefully gain entry back into the game again by a catch. All right, so let's demonstrate that. Dodgeball's ready. I throw the ball. Here's Marshall. He's out of the game. So there he is. He's pouting. He's upset, but he hurries up to his opponent, to his team's outside. Now, if I catch a ball, say for an example, for Marshall's team, and he is the first one out, that means he is the first one in, then there is a special way that you have to enter the game. I catch the ball, Marshall then has to go back into the game the way he exited the match. Captain Dodgeball, signing off. Are we taping? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Oh, Captain Dodgeball here. Again, bringing you some rules to the game. It's important to know what you're doing when you're on this court. I've seen many people get get distracted, and really, really injured because they're not paying attention to the rules. So the next rule that we're talking about is how to avoid being called out by this back line. The dodgeball uses the volleyball court lines, so we have referees really enforcing that you stay in the court at all times. The only time that you're able to exit the court is if, one, you're out, and you don't want to be out, but two, if you're retrieving a ball that's outside the court area. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate right now with our buddy Marshall how to dodge and stay inside the lines, and then how to retrieve a ball that's on the outside. So Marshall's ready. Notice he's in front of the black lines. Here comes the ball, trying to hit him. He dodged it. Once he's done, now he can go retrieve the ball from the back, but he must immediately enter the field of play before throwing the ball again. So it's very important to know, this back line is going to be enforced. The only time you can leave it is if you're out or if you're retrieving a ball. So be careful if you're back there. If you're trying to dodge and you jump out of the way and you're behind the line, you will be called out by a referee. That's Mr. Dodgeball signing off. Have you been in that new nightclub they have opening? Club KD?
Mr. Dodgeball, we're filming.
Oh, sorry about that. Captain Dodgeball here again, discussing the rules of the tournament coming up. One of the coolest things I like to witness on a dodgeball court is when somebody gets struck with a dodgeball. But what's even cooler than that is when they get struck with a dodgeball, but they're able to recover and catch it. Because that means they are not out of the game, but the person who threw it is. Now there is a mistake or two that can pop up when this happens. A lot of times you see dodgeball players getting hit with a ball and then their teammate catching it. Oh, great teamwork. No, that's bad. Because you have to catch the ball that hits you. You cannot use a teammate's catch. You cannot have your teammate help you. If you get hit with it, you gotta go get it. The second thing is, be careful, because if you get hit with it and you're close to an out of bounds line, you cannot leave the area to catch the ball. You have to stay inside the court at all times. So let's demonstrate what that looks like. So if I'm right here, I'm ready, and the ball's coming right at me, and it goes up, and I bobble it, but I was still able to catch it, I'm in, my opponent is out. Now, however, if the ball's thrown at me, and it bounces off me, and it goes over here, and I catch it outside the boundary, too bad, so sad, I'm out of the game. Another rule that we want to talk about, I'm going to bring in my friend Marshall here. Marshall used to play intramural dodgeball in Western Illinois. Marshall has this technique that he uses to throw a dodgeball. It's really, really cool. Makes the ball do some really, really crazy action, but it is illegal. What Marshall is doing right now by putting his fingertips at the needle and pressing it in is called pinching. That causes the ball to go all kinds of crazy directions, and you can throw it really, really fast, which, I'm sorry, is illegal. It is not recognized by the National Dodgeball Association. So remember, if you're going to throw a dodgeball, and you should because it's so much fun, do not pinch. You might want to try the chest pass technique because it's pretty good. It works for me right there. Again, Captain Dodgeball signing off. Good luck in the tournament.